Hold on tight, my friends, as I take you for a look around Power and Nant Mill Woods, a relatively small section of woodland that is absolutely densely packed with stunning scenery and bucolic curiosities. In fact, as you can see, we've barely started this video before we found our first water-based point of interest, but hold your excitement, my friends, because what we really want to see here is one of the more famous features of this area, and it's sometimes called the Power waterfall, sometimes the Nant Mill waterfall, and sometimes simply called that waterfall by Wrexham, mate. You should do a video there. Or perhaps that's just what people say to me. Anyway, as you can see, in the autumn, this place is absolutely fantastic. I have a feeling, though, that I've missed it at its best point. The leaves are all now mainly on the ground, and I think if I was here just a few weeks earlier, I would have caught a lot more of the yellows and the golds still up on the trees and looking a little bit more lively amongst the branches, which is always pleasant to see, especially right before the last leaves fall and the true barren bareness of the trees reach up into the bitter winter skies above us for the few hours of daylight we have. Anyway, that's just one way to look at it. But this is what we want to talk about right now, the waterfall itself. It's not absolutely enormous, it's not wildly violent or out of control, but what it is absolutely stunningly beautiful. And I don't know if the camera is hopefully filling in some of the lack of my vocabulary to describe this place, but the way it's here almost feels like it's hidden in this little hollow, this little dell, almost as if this is a secret place that only the fairies and the elves know about. Of course, it's not that secret because it's a huge amount of water pouring over a ledge and creating an awful lot of noise. One feature I want to point out here is something I always love at any point of natural erosion is the way that the layers of rock are being slowly revealed as it's all chipped away and washed downstream, tiny fragment and molecule by molecule. I just really love those sorts of things. I took a lot of different shots here because I just could not get over how stunning, how wonderful this looked, especially, as I say, with the autumnal foliage and leaves on the ground. It's just an absolutely beautiful location, and I can imagine being here at almost any time of day or night in any season, you're going to have an absolutely beautiful sight in front of you. Right then, shall we head upstream and have a look for an absolutely beautiful old bridge? Yeah, go on then. Plus, I'm the one editing this video, so let's go. So, as we make our way there, I do just want to say, firstly, thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos over the course of this year. We have unbelievably sailed past the 100 million views across all platforms and may even hit 200 million views for this year across everything, which is absolutely extraordinary to say the least. And I'd also like to say that I'm aware this hasn't been my typical style of video recently, these proper beautiful outdoor scenery videos. I've incorporated the scenery into my camping adventures, I'll describe them as, my successes and disastrous trips where I've tried to, in some cases, just go to sleep on a wet woodland floor in little more than a waterproof sack. So if you've enjoyed this video that's purely looking at the scenery and the curiosities out here, then please do let me know if you want me to do more of these shorter, long-form, widescreen videos, and I will make sure that I get more of this sort of footage. If not, please also tell me and say, "Oi Dan, get back in the tent and shut up." Anyway, as we approach this bridge that marks the opposite end of the Power and Nant Mill woodland, I want to just say again, a tremendous thank you to everybody who's tuned in, for all of the supporters, whether that's YouTube channel members, Facebook subscribers, PayPal supporters, Coffee supporters, and anybody who just watches my videos and spends their time looking at my various adventures, whether successful or unsuccessful. I am absolutely tremendously grateful, and I cannot thank you enough for absolutely everything. And right now, I'm going to do my best, as you can see how wet I was on this particular trip, to continue to ignore this autumnal and wintry weather and keep getting out there, getting the camera going and showing you some of the places I am tremendously lucky to spend my hours wandering around. Until the next time, keep it interesting, keep it autumnal, have a fantastic day, and of course, my friends, farewell.